Today, real quick short video again, just like yesterday. I want to talk about the final changes on this, but hold on a second. Let me go ahead and do a sound check first. While we're waiting, I got some cool new updates for my SkullyTeen. So here's my SkullyTeen I was working on. And of course, I was never really happy with the face, how it turned out. So I went and somebody told me about this action figure here, Triple H, that has a cool skull helmet. And it's a mask that goes on top. And so I was thinking, I can make a new head for this guy and then use this as a mask to put over him. So obviously the spikes are in the way for this to work, but the spikes, of course, should be on the skull helmet, not on the face. So I'm going to go through and make a new face for SkullyTeen and then use this as his skull helmet and put some green spikes and stuff on there. All right, well, let's go ahead and do my sound check really quick. Sound check. Sound check. All right, seems to be working. Okay, so that's my cool thing I'm excited about, and there's a link in the description of the auction I used to buy this on, so you can see the person I bought it from and stuff. And of course, here's the whole figure. But basically, I was just after the skull mask. That was the whole purpose of buying it. So, cool. All right, on to the dungeon. I know it's been a lot of videos lately about this dungeon. Here is the last piece I had to print, which is the floor. And you can see I caught my one-arm bandit in there. And of course it goes right into the holes in the bottom for the origin. Now when I printed this, I printed these flat and they actually break apart right here. And I thought, you know what? Just to keep them strong, I'm going to leave those supports on there because it still fits into the holes just right. And it'll keep those tips sharp. And the front still has a nice curve to them, like they're supposed to. So I'm just going to keep them on there. It looks way cooler with it on there anyway. So the floor, let me see if I can pull it back off without ruining it. Well, I'll just turn this sideways so you guys can see. There's the floor, and you can see it's got a really cool pattern on it. And that's going to be really neat once it's all done. So my next goal is to paint these parts silver. This door right here, this top, which still needs to have the pins put into it. And then this window inside here. But before I paint them silver, I got to first do the resin fixes on all the rivets and stuff and make it look really smooth. And then after that's painted silver, I'm going to resin coat these, of course, and then paint this. So I was thinking about how to paint this. Hey, thanks, Mike. Yep, thanks for joining me, James. I appreciate it. It's the Sledge Master. So, what I'm thinking of doing on this is, of course, putting on the resin coating. It's going to kind of dull the green down a little bit because it's a clearish gray resin coating. Then after I put that resin coating on there, I'm going to turn it upside down, and or actually sideways from the bottom. And I'm going to spray some black just so it goes up and causes kind of a shadow effect. And that's it. I'm not going to go through and do my normal thing I usually do, because as someone pointed out in a different video that Mattel probably would not have done the black wash the way I did. They would have just used spray paint. So I'm going to try to do the same kind of thing, see if we can't get that. Now, of course, this is going to take a whole lot of sanding first on this to get this all ready. But once I get it all sanded and resin coated and then spray painted, I think it's going to look pretty cool. And then the inside, I probably still am going to do a black wash on the inside, just because it does look cooler on the ground with the black wash. But that will be it. And then, of course, like I said, I'll paint all these silver. Oh, my finger's stuck. But I'm probably not going to do the black wash on the silver pieces, so it looks more toyish. Hey, thanks, Sir Benjamin. I appreciate it. So, one bad thing is when I went to remove this skull from the printer that I showed you guys last night, it was stuck because the resin got stuck to the filament got stuck to the structure it's printed on. And so I took a giant screwdriver and hit it with the handle like a hammer, and it came off. But I just realized today that the chin was kind of loose, and so I pulled it, and you can see the chin's broken on this one. So I'm in the middle of printing a brand new one right now. It's downstairs printing. It should be done by morning. And so this one is not going to be used because you can see the hairs on his chinny chin chin. Anyway, it's definitely broke, so I don't want to pass a broken piece off to somebody else. So, but there's how it will go once it's done. And it's going to look really cool. Whoops. There we go. Now, before I spray paint these silver, I want to find out from you guys, since you guys will probably be the ones buying this. Would you rather have the metal in gray, since Origins uses gray for all their metal stuff? This is actually my sword. But Origins uses gray all the time for their silvers. Or do you want me to actually print it in silver or paint it in silver? So let me know. This is already printed in a silvery material, but it still looks gray. It's funny, on the package it said silvery instead of just silver. So then I knew that it's not true silver, just silvery. Anyway, so there it is. Oh, it's going to be so cool. It's funny, it's actually printed a lot faster than I expected. Still a long time to print because it's so much smaller than the classics that it didn't take as much plastic or as much time. So that was cool. So I may be able to make more. We'll see how it goes with the resin coatings. And like I've told other people, if you... Nope, I'm not going to put a skeleton in it this time. Sorry, man. I tried to print another skeleton and it just kept breaking. I cannot get a good skeleton to print without it snapping and breaking each time. So you may want to go to the Halloween store tonight before they close and pick up a skeleton and throw that in there yourself. I know Amazon's got some skeletons on there too. So no skeleton this time for the Origins one. Sorry about that. Yeah, all I have is just... Here, I will go grab my broken skeleton when you guys look at this. I'll be right back. Mike says gray. Let's see. Nice to have one gate looking rusty color and one to have one silver. Interesting to have two gates, huh? So I went and grabbed that skeleton, the last one I just printed, and I wanted to print it in glow in the dark because it makes a lot more sense, but the glow in the dark's way more brittle. And of course, both of his legs just snapped off trying to get him out of the supports, and then his arm also snapped off too. So I was thinking, you know, if you really want this broken up one, I could throw it in there so you have like broken bones and stuff you're laying on the bottom. But, so if you happen to win the auction, say, yes, I would love the broken skeleton, and I will toss in these broken pieces, but just be aware, it's not in the best shape. You know, it has lots of wear, and, like I said, it was really tough getting it out of the mold. You can see the leg has like multiple cracks in it, just because this glow-in-the-dark stuff's so brittle. As you can see, like I said, when I hit this with that screwdriver, it just cracked. So the glow-in-the-dark stuff's super brittle, breaks really easy. But like I said, if you win the auction, you decide you want this skeleton, just let me know in the comments, or before you when you go to purchase it, put it in the notes saying, yep, give me the broken skeleton. And of course you can glue them if you want to. You can glue them if you want to. Wow. Anyway, so there we go. There is the broken skeleton. You can see the size comparison of him next to the Origins. So he's a little big, but anyway. Yep, it could be part of the dungeon as a degrading skeleton. Definitely. Yep, the way you win this is it's going to be on eBay, so it's not actually like a contest. It's just bidding, basically. And when I finish painting it and stuff, I'll be putting this one you see me making here on eBay, and the starting bid will be $1, like always. And if it sells good, I'll make another one. If it doesn't, then this will be the only one. So we'll see how it goes. And which is why I stopped making the classics ones. They just were not going very high for what they cost to produce them in time. So, but the Origins one are a little faster to make, so it doesn't take me much time and as much plastic. All right, well, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and And that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Not much dorky hippie. Oh, sup, buddy? Hey, Fung Man, thanks for saying you love my work. I appreciate it. And that's all I got going on. Hey, thanks, Sledge Master, for saying it's a beautiful dungeon. Yeah, I think it's really cool. That's why I'm keeping that one Classics one for myself. So I have one to keep. All right, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll have something tomorrow. I'm hoping to get my Dremel tool back tomorrow so I can do some work. I still have that C3PO I'm working on, which I'm pretty excited about finishing. So, but without my Dremel tool, I can't do it. So hopefully I get it back tomorrow. And I also need my heat gun for some stuff too. And then we'll continue on because I need to replace Tila's head. I got other little projects too that all need my Dremel tool. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye now.